friends, how you doing? I am doing well, and I'm doing okay. But listen, do not attempt to adjust your TV. Listen. Okay, here is a question that's been asked. What inspires your videos? What inspires you to get up and make a video? Now, listen. Every single video that I make, I don't know whether you know it or not, is inspired by a dream, or I wake up in the morning, I'm like, this is what I'm gonna do today, or this is I feel, I have some kind of feeling, or the mailman comes, or something, or I pick up something, comes in the mail. Listen, I go out shopping. Everything's inspired. Everything's inspired by something. Okay, it's inspired. Okay, so this is what happens. So I before I go to bed last night, I noticed that my eyes are a little messed up. Now my son, he be working, he be doing some landscaping or whatever, and he be getting the poison ivy. Okay, so I've been applying the calamine lotion to the boy, okay, because he in a lot of pain, because the poison ivy still got everywhere. It's a lot of pain, going through a lot of pain. Okay, so I put the calamine lotion on, and then I get ready to go to bed. As I'm going to bed, I'm like, wow, my eyes are hurting. My eyes are hurting really, really bad. So I'm like, I go look in the mirror, and I'm like looking in the mirror and stuff, and I noticed that my eyes are turning all red. I'm like, listen, I didn't know whether or not it was allergies. I didn't know if it was like a pink eye. I didn't know if it was because I was applying the calamine lotion and not using gloves or something. And maybe I'm getting some poison ivy on my hands and I rub my eyes. Maybe I messed something up. But as I went to bed last night, I'm like, man, it sparked the fire. Sparked the fire to make a video. And what did it make me think of? I'm gonna tell you what this all made me think of. No, it didn't make me think of movies that have to do with landscaping. No, it wasn't movies that had to do with people with red eyes. It was none of that stuff. No. What inspired me was the alleged, and I'm saying alleged because I don't have the money to pay the lawsuit that I might get if I say that she did it or she didn't do it. The alleged dump that Amber Heard took on poor Johnny Depp's pillow. That's what inspired today's video. Yes. The alleged. I say alleged because I don't want to say she did it. I think she did it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she took the dump on that guy's pillow. Yeah, yes, the alleged dump that she may have taken on poor Mr. Depp's pillow. Now listen. Johnny Depp, I'm a big Johnny Depp fan. This is no secret. Okay, that I am a Johnny Depp fan. Him and Ryan Reynolds, I like my top two guys. They're my guys. You know what I mean? If I could ever meet a celebrity, I would those would be the two guys. I think we could hang, we could talk, we could have some tea, some crumpets or whatever, or some cashews, pistachios or something. We could have something cool, okay, and just hang out and have a nice conversation. Johnny Depp being like my top. And then Ryan Reynolds he showed up, and then all of a sudden it was like them two were competing for my top actors of all time. Now I love me some Johnny Depp films. I'm gonna move my stuff out of the way so I can fire through this really quick, because what this is my top 10, my personal favorite top 10 Johnny Depp movies. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go from 10 to 1 being the best, 10 being the okay, and I'm going to explain, I'm going to go through each one of them. It's my top 10 Johnny Depp films, okay, that I personally think are my top 10 Johnny Depp films. But in order for you to understand my total Johnny Depp sickness, okay, I want to let you know that I own all the 21 Jump Streets. Let's get that out of the way. The original 21 Jump Streets. I didn't bring them over here because they're all piled up over there. Each season on DVD, not available on Blu-ray. I have all the 21 Jump Streets on DVD. Okay, so they're all there. The whole pile's right there. I'll put a little picture over here so you will be reminded. Back here are some of the videos that didn't make the cut. These are some of my favorites. Okay, Johnny Depp movies, but they didn't make the cut. This one right in the front. This one, Dark Shadows in the front. That being one of my daughter's favorites. Okay, she absolutely loved his take on Barnabas Collins from Dark Shadows. But I am an old school Dark Shadows fan. I like the original one. So I do like when Johnny Depp redoes movies, but in this case, this one it didn't do it for me, okay? He didn't top the original Barnabas Collins, okay? Barnabas Collins, am I saying it right? Is it Collins, the last name? I know his first name is Barnabas. I think I got the last name right. Pretty sure. Anyway, yeah, my daughter loved it. Okay, we saw it in a drive-in, and we've watched it numerous times since then, and it's still a great movie. I ain't knocking none of these Johnny Depp new movies. And a couple of other movies back there, either ones I just purchased and I have not got to watch yet, or They just didn't make the cut. They didn't make the top 10. And then let me just, I'm gonna fire these this way, okay? I'm gonna fire them in a respectful way, okay? I'm not gonna fire them in that guy that you know that gets free items from you guys. You guys, you see some of you YouTube fans. You send this guy, the guy I'm talking about. You send him some free items, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna watch that. Oh, thank you for your kindness of sending me in some free stuff. And then he fires it on the couch behind him, and then he takes it over to his little friend over at the consignment store, and he cashes them all in for things that he really wants because he don't care about you at all. He don't care about you. He don't care about you. He just cares about the money and the fact that he can go pick out whatever he wants thanks to you mailing him in some stuff that he didn't want to begin with, and he won't even take the time to review it for you. Along with the studios that give him free stuff that once again he won't review or take the time to share with us about how the movies were because he don't watch them, because he don't care. That's why. So listen. So I'm gonna carefully, lovingly, as they're being fired, okay, they will be landing on a bed, okay? My bed will be located in my library here, and they will not be, I'm going to try to aim not to hit each other, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stack them all up nice and neatly later on, put them back where they're supposed to be, because, once again, one thing is my Johnny Depp collection is not all together, okay? It's not, it's set up in different genres, okay? He does comedy, he does horror, he does sci-fi, he does thriller, he does everything. This guy, there ain't nothing that Johnny Depp can't do. So let's go. Here we go. And I'm not gonna do all that thing over in the corner here for these things because that'll take me forever with every single picture. Into the Woods, okay? Had a little part in there. Played the wolf or whatever. The Tourist. Haven't seen that yet. We have Alice Through the Looking Glass, which is part 2 of Alice in Wonderland. Chocolat. Let's say that properly. Let's not say chocolate. It's not called chocolate. It's called chocolat. Okay, you say, listen, the man put a lot of work into this. They respect it. I actually really enjoyed this movie, by the way. It's being one of those romantic comedy type things there. I don't know if you ever heard of Chocolat, but Chocolat is about this girl that opens up a chocolate shop in the middle of like this real like depressed town and everything like that, and because the chocolate is an aphrodisiac, like all the old people and young people and all the people all around, they be eating the chocolate and be like, ooh, you looking pretty good. Yeah. And Johnny Depp shows up on a boat for some reason, and he's inspiring her to make chocolat. You know what I mean? That's one of them things. Desperado Collection. This is the collection because, yes, Johnny Depp shows up in Once Upon a Time in Mexico. Love me some Antonio Banderas and some Antonio Banderas with Johnny Depp. That's a twofer. Okay. Let me make sure I'm saying this right. Mordecai. Have not watched it yet. I heard terrible things about this movie. I heard terrible things about this movie, but I am gonna watch it because to me it kind of had it. When I saw the preview, it kind of gave me a little bit of an Austin Powers feel. So I think I'm going to check it out anyway. I don't care what anybody says because Johnny Depp, he can't do no wrong. So I'm gonna check it out. Mordecai. Okay, Mordecai. I've not watched that one yet. The Ninth Gate. Awesome horror. Johnny Depp horror type movie there, one of these thriller horror type things there. I don't want to say that. I don't want to straight up say horror, and then I'm going to get in the comments. It's not a horror. It's more of a thriller. It's more of a mystery. It's more of a listen. Yeah, and I did not a Murder on the Orient Express. Orient Express. Right? Is that what it was? I didn't bring that one over here either. I'm noticing because I look it over there and I can see it right from here. I just didn't bring it over here, but keep in mind I have Murder on the Orient Express. Rum Diaries. Okay. Don Juan DeMarco. Yeah, just say it. Don Juan DeMarco. Yeah, I bought it. I bought me some Don Juan DeMarco. Dead Man, Criterion. Yes, this came from the Barnes & Noble. Yes. No, it didn't. I ordered it separately, and it's a Johnny Depp Criterion. You try to find a Johnny Depp Criterion. I have not watched Dead Man yet, but I'm assuming since they made it into a Criterion, it's going to be something artsy and amazing. Okay, that's all I gotta say. Black Mass, loved it. Absolutely loved this movie. Thought it was great. Gangster movie, based on a true story. Guy, Boston, Massachusetts. Yeah, that was a good one. I threw me some pirates here. Some Pirates of the Caribbean. They're all here. They're all gonna go back on my shelf, my Disney stuff there. Yeah. So you know that my Pirates of the Caribbean did not make the cut. And why did not Pirates of the Caribbean make the cut? You ask. Oh my gosh. Captain Jack Sparrow being his best role. That's what he's known for. That's his most famous thing ever. Because I like to look a little bit outside the box. Now listen. I'm talking about movie-wise, okay? Like a movie that this is my top 10 movies that I would throw in and just enjoy. These things are a little bit of a thinker. They're a little bit. I got them all here. I feel like a lot of them. Wow, they really made that many. These are a little bit of a thinker. Like sometimes they drag a little bit, but I don't blame. Listen, it's one of those things like what's the movie I'm thinking of? The Dark Knight. Okay, the Dark Knight. Yeah, is it the Dark Knight? The one with Heath Ledger. Like you're just waiting for Heath Ledger to show up. The problem I have with the Pirates of the Caribbean movies is you got the other side stories going on, and then you gotta wait for Captain Jack Sparrow to show up, and all you want to see is Captain Jack Sparrow. Matter of fact, if you can check out on YouTube. This is really, really cool. Johnny Depp goes and visits a children's hospital. I think it's children that have cancer and going through different kind of things, and he goes to a children's hospital dressed up like Captain Jack Sparrow. I find that to be more entertaining than this. Not only does it pull on the heartstrings to show you what type of guy Johnny Depp is, but he stays in full character, Captain Jack Sparrow character, throughout the whole visit in the children's hospital, and it's just amazing. It shows what type of person he is, and it shows what type of actor he is, and how amazing that he's Captain Jack Sparrow. When he's playing these roles, he stays in that character. He does that method acting thing there, where he just stays in that character. It's awesome. But I do love these movies. I do enjoy these movies. Don't get me wrong. Some are better than others. Maybe I could do one day a rating of the Pirates of the Caribbean, but I could not put them. I couldn't in my heart put them in the top 10, being that I can't really pick one to be my favorite. I can't pick one to be the one that, like, that's the one I'm going to grab and I'm going to put in and I'm going to enjoy it, because they all kind of have, like, their bits and pieces where I'm kind of like, come on, where's Johnny Depp already? Where's Captain Jack? What's going on here? So, yeah, so they're all there. And then this one did not make the top 10 only because I don't own it yet on Blu-ray, okay? I don't own it yet on Blu-ray, and there is another one over there that I don't own yet on Blu-ray, but this one was close. It was close to making it to my top 10, and it's Nick of Time with Christopher Walken. Yeah, and I'm not gonna try to do a Christopher Walken impression because my wife says I'm terrible at Christopher Walken. Yeah, I sound like nothing like Christopher Walken. Listen, I'm bad at it. I get it. But this was a good one. This was one of them good. This is kind of reminded me a little bit of that phone booth movie with Colin Farrell. I had that Colin Farrell phone booth movie kind of feeling. So that's the end of my. Listen, I didn't put the little pictures over there. I ran right through that really quick. That's just the odds and ends. And then I got the other jobbers back there that I'm not even gonna go. But now in my hand here, I have my top. This is my personal top 10. Now you might have a different top 10. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do, because we all got opinions, and feel free to put in the comments below your top 10 or top 5. You don't want to go 10, you go 5. You want to go 5. You want to do top 3, go top 3. I don't care what you do. Comment below. We talk about this. I like that. I'm gonna put these from here because these are like I'll put them from here to there. That's what I'll do. And I'll tell you why I picked these movies, okay, as my top 10 Johnny Depp films of all times, okay? And I'll tell you why. And you're going to be like, some of you are going to be like, yeah. Some of you are going to be like, I get it. Some of you are going to be like, wow, this guy's just really weird. All right, anyway. Number 10. Okay, we're starting with the last one. So, like I said, 10 being not worse, but 10 being the last one, and then 1 being number 1. Yeah, like you number 1. That's it. Alice in Wonderland. I love me some Johnny Depp playing the Mad Hatter. Okay, I got posters of the man dressed like the Mad Hatter in my house. I just think he played an awesome Mad Hatter. Once again, this is another one of those. This one was easy because I prefer part 1 over part 2. But this is another Captain Jack Sparrow situation where you just can't wait to see Johnny Depp as the Mad Hatter, and that's what I do through this whole film. I'm like, okay, where is he? Where is he? Is he coming? There he is. Yeah, and now I'm happy again. Yes, this was great. I saw this in the movie theater. I don't think I went to go see part 2 in the movie theater, but I saw part 1 in the movie theater, and I just think he did a great job as the Mad Hatter. Johnny Depp could play some awesome roles, and I'll tell you, he nailed this one as the Mad Hatter. So yeah, this would be number 10. Okay, go along with me here because I'm gonna lose track of what I'm counting here. This would be number 9. Here comes number 9. Number 9. Sleepy Hollow, okay? Who doesn't love them some Johnny Depp as Ichabod Crane? Yes, the Legend of Sleepy Hollow, the Headless Horseman, and whatever. I picked this one because, listen, I had for a long time, I had a hard time with this film. Okay, this is why I picked this one. I had a hard time with this film for some reason, because I was so used to the cartoon by Disney of the Legend of Sleepy Hollow with Ichabod Crane with the song. Listen, if you've never seen it before, you probably know what I'm talking about. There's a Disney cartoon called The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, or it's called Ichabod. It might be Ichabod's Ride or whatever it is, whatever the case is. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna watch a real story about the Headless Horseman in The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. And then this ended up being very, very dark, and it was a rough watch at first. Then it was one of them where I was like, nah, that's not. He didn't get it. He didn't nail the character. Okay. Then I put it on again. I was like, I'm getting it. I put it on for the third time, and I was like, all right. And then by number 4, when the Blu-ray came in, I'm like, I'm gonna put it in again. I'm gonna watch it again because I got it on Blu-ray now to upgrade it. And I'm like, his acting in this thing is killer. He plays a killer Ichabod Crane, and yeah, this Legend of Sleepy Hollow makes it as a number 9 for me. Number 9. Number 8. Here we go. Blow. Yeah, I this is one of his gangster movies. There, this is I'm selling me some cocaine, okay, and I got me some Paul Reubens, Pee Wee Herman in the movie with me. I love the way he played his character. I just thought that he was just intense. This was one of those intense drug dealer Scarface movies, okay? Like if this would have came out prior to Scarface, now I'm not gonna I get killed on this one. This would have been better than Scarface. No, probably it wouldn't have been better than Scarface. Scarface is a work of art. It's classic, but this is a work of art too. This was really, really well done, and he plays an awesome coming of age drug lord type character, and I love those things. I love when they start from the bottom, and then all of a sudden they start dealing the heroin or the cocaine or whatever the situation is, and then next thing you know they become like this like larger than life character that's like everybody knows that they'd be the drug dealer, but you can't catch them. I love that stuff. So Blow, that'd be number 8. Okay. Number 7, Crybaby Walker. Yes. A musical Johnny Depp. Yes, singing and dancing with a young what's her name? Wait, let me get this right there. I was ready to say Rosie O'Donnell. Please smack me in the face for that one. A young what's called Iggy Pop, Ricky Lake. Yes, Ricky Lake. Iggy Pop's in this thing. Tracy Lord's in this thing. This was a cool man's Grease. that's what we'll call that. Cool man's Grease. Okay, like if you some men, I don't know about you, some men are not happy with saying that they enjoy the movie Grease. Okay, I personally love the movie Grease too. Okay, I like the whole female version of the Danny Zuko played by Michelle Pfeiffer, and I like the whole the guy's a geek instead of the girl, the vice versa type thing, like they did in the original Grease. So this is good. This is listen. He sings, he dances. This is like shows a big range of Johnny Depp talent, and the movie is interesting, keeps you captivated throughout the whole movie. Okay, and yeah, it's a musical. It's a musical, and I really enjoy it. So that one would have been what we got here: 10, 9, 8, 7. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I told you I was gonna mess that up. Number 6. Criterion. Yes. Oh, there was another Criterion. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that I upgraded to the Criterion because I love this movie that much, and I want to make sure that I'm going to tell a story about who he actually is portraying in this movie, because that's even more popular than well, not popular, but this is a Terry Gilliam film. Which, if you don't know who Terry Gilliam is the guy that he was one of the original Monty Python guys. He was actually the artist, the guy that used to draw all of the Monty Python stuff in the background. And I'm a big Terry Gilliam fan. Time Bandits, and I got my Terry Gilliam collection up there. It's kind of far away, so I can't really see it that well. But yeah, Time Bandits is the one that's popping up in my head. But he did a whole bunch of other movies, but they're very artsy, very, very, very artsy, very well done. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Who does he play in this thing? I'm trying to. Hunter S. Thompson. Yes, Hunter S. Thompson. The guy, I guess he took a whole pile of LSD, and he used to write these awesome books and have all these awesome thoughts, and he was like, listen. This is like a portrayal of one of his little journeys that Hunter S. Thompson went on, and I got to tell you, this is an awesome, intense ride. This is a roller coaster ride of confusion and happiness. Okay, I'll tell you right now, the special effects, the graphics, the acting, the the stuff that goes on in this movie. Now, warning to my friends that understand that marijuana is legalized nowadays, and you maybe want some other stronger stuff. Do not watch this when you all messed up. When you all listen, when you all messed up, this is not a watch. This is. Oh, maybe it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. I'm afraid. Okay, this movie is so psychedelic and crazy that I'm kind of afraid to watch it if I was all messed up. I'd be afraid. I'd be afraid to watch it if I was on something heavy. Okay, but yeah, it's good. It's really, really good, and he plays the role of Hunter S. Thompson like awesome. It's just awesome. There's a movie called, I think, Where the Buffalo Roam with Bill Murray. Have not seen that yet. Plan on seeing it because I want to see it because I want to compare the acting styles between Bill Murray as Hunter S. Thompson and Johnny Depp as Hunter S. Thompson because I want to see what the similarities are. But I have not picked it up yet. It's a little pricey, a little out of my price range right now. But I'm on my way. Number 6. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Yeah, and it's a Criterion. Yes, it was not purchased at the Barnes & Noble. Help me, Barnes & Noble. You're my only hope for everything half off, even though we double the price. Now, listen, no. I didn't buy it at Barnes & Noble. I bought it used off of somebody or whatever. I don't know. It comes with, you know how this works. It comes with books and all kinds of stuff. Criterion, man, they take care of you. And we at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Okay, number 5. Getting a Blu-ray release, I believe in the month of August or September. So it's coming. It's coming. I got it pre-ordered already. What's Eating Gilbert Grape? Now, not only is this an amazing Johnny Depp movie because of Johnny Depp, but this is an amazing movie itself because of Leonardo DiCaprio and the rest of the actors in this movie. This was just a great movie. Leonardo DiCaprio being a special needs child, and Johnny Depp being the older brother that's gonna take care of the special needs child, and he can't find his way out of town because he wants to branch out, he wants to move on, he wants to get out of town. He's sick and tired of taking care of his brother, and his mother is like morbidly obese, and he's taking care of her, and he's kind of taking care of the family, and he's tired of taking care of the family. He wants to move on, and all of a sudden, what's her face shows up? The one with the feet, the Juliette Lewis. Yeah, they show her feet in every single one of the movies because that's like one of those Quentin Tarantino things there where you got to see the feet. Juliette Lewis is in this also. What's Eating Gilbert Grape? Awesome. Excellent drama type movie. Drama comedy. Dramedy. We'll call it a dramedy. It's a dramedy, okay? And my family has loved this movie for a long time. Where we at now? What do we got there? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Number 4. Number 4, I'm going to pull this out of the slip only because the slip's got a little stain thing on the cover and it's kind of bothering me. Edward Scissorhands. Of course. Listen, you guys were all, you were wondering, where is it? Where did it make it into this thing? It made it into number 4. That's what it did. It made it into number 4. Edward Scissorhands. Guy being created by almost like a Frankenstein type situation. Guy's making cookies and stuff. And the next thing you know, he has a heart attack. Doesn't have a chance to make the guy some hands. And then he's up in his house and in the middle of nowhere. And then the Avon lady shows up, finds him with his scissor hands, brings him into town, falls in love with the daughter, and beautiful love story. That's what this is. Listen, you might look at this as some kind of weird sci-fi crazy thing. This is a love story. This is a dramatic love story to me. This is like Romeo and Juliet, but not. Okay, let's call it that. I love me some Johnny Depp and Winona Ryder in this movie, and it is just so well done. And yes, an older Anthony Michael Hall. Yes, I got confused at first when I was little and I saw this movie. I was like, wait a minute, is that the geek from 16 Candles and from The Breakfast Club? Yeah, he got buff. He got all like jacked up. He's big now. He got a haircut. He looks normal now. What's going on there, Mr. Anthony Michael Hall? And then he plays the bad guy in this. And hey, what a great movie! Yes. So Edward Scissorhands did make the cut. And yeah, I got some residue from the sales sticker or whatever going on there. I like the slip. I just gotta figure out how to get rid of that residue. Maybe some of that gunk be gone or whatever. But on the back, you got a cool little picture of Edward on the back. And yeah, that'd be number 4. All right, guys. Now I know you're sitting there and you're like, what could his final 3 be? What could the final 3 be? I know you're at the edge of your seat. You have to, hey, back up. You're gonna fall. You're gonna fall on the ground, and that ain't gonna be my fault. You listen. You ain't gonna be suing me for any accidents because you fall on the ground because you're at the edge of your seat right now with my final 3 Johnny Depp picks. I know you're at there. I know it. It's like, wait, back up. You know, yes. Listen, calm down. All right. Number three. And don't kill me, because listen, number one, and let me tell you something right now. Well, I should say number one. I said number one, you guys got confused. Y'all got confused. You said number three. Listen, I meant like first place. First, so you understand, okay? I do love me some Gene Wilder. I do love me some Gene Wilder. I own everything by Gene Wilder. Everything. The man is one. Before he passed, he was on a pedestal in my life. Gene Wilder, funny, awesome, loved him. But Charlie and the Chocolate Factory came out, and this is my go-to. I'm in a depression mode movie. Now, I have not opened this one up yet. This is the 10th anniversary because I already own this like 3 times on Blu-ray. Okay, I own it in like a triple pack, and then I own it by itself because I wanted to get something else that was in the triple pack or whatever. And then I got this copy, okay? And I was like, why opening? I already own all the rest, so I don't need to open this thing. But I grabbed this one because I wanted to show you guys the cover, and I figured this would be the one to grab. Yes, this is the 10th anniversary version. It has extra stuff, and it's got a book inside, whatever. But hey, like it or not, okay, number one, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory was Gene Wilder. Okay, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Now, this was loosely based on Ronald Dahl's. Am I saying it right? I think I'm saying it wrong. Dahl's, last name Dahl's book. And I'm gonna be honest with you, when I was a little kid, that was the first ever graphic novel I ever sat and read, was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And I think that's what it was called, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It was based on this one, okay? Because Willy Wonka was like a loosely based. They switched things around a little bit. Willy Wonka was awesome, but then they took this little take on it, and I thought that this was absolutely great. Now, is he a perfect Willy Wonka? Now, Gene Wilder will always be Willy Wonka to me, always. But hey, this is pretty dang good, man. This. I'll tell you, when I am depressed, I've watched Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory with Gene Wilder so many times. I think that I'm all Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory out. I think that's what the problem is. Not that I don't love the movie. I do love the movie, and I will throw it in from time to time. But I've watched it so many times. And the music, that cheer up Charlie, give me that's the song when the mother sings to Charlie as he's walking away. It bums me out. I'm sorry, that's the only song in the whole movie that bums me out. They could have did without that cheer up Charlie song, man, because we knew Charlie was depressed. Listen, and the whole deal is that I try to watch movies not to be depressed, and I love me some Willy Wonka. But then when they got to the cheer up Charlie, listen, we know you wanted that ticket, Charlie. I know things ain't working out for you. Things don't work out for a lot of people. I felt bad for you, but your poor mom is washing all kinds of laundry, and she using that big spoon looking thing and mixing up people's clothes in the laundry thing there, and it looked like she'd be living in that dark, dingy place. You remember? Listen, if you go back and visit Willy Wonka and Chocolate Factory, look at that scene. That poor woman. They live in an old dirty house. They got 4 people sleeping in the bed, feet to head. Listen, it's a sad situation. And then he goes over there and the kid complaining because he didn't get no ticket. Now, as a parent, I want to give my kids everything. But you can't give your kid a golden ticket, okay? And all you can do is sing a sad song. Cheer up, Charlie, give me a smile. What happened to that smile I used to know? Yes, you ain't gonna get that smile because the boy ain't got no ticket. That's what the problem is. Boy ain't got no ticket, and you can't give it to him because you can only buy him one chocolate bar because you can't afford it, because you're washing everybody's clothes in the neighborhood, and you're taking care of your 4 family members that's stuck in a bed and probably paying mortgage and rent. You had one little TV, and you're paying, so I know you're paying electricity, okay? There was no Wi-Fi back then. You have to pay that, but you're paying electricity. Listen, I know you got some issues, but you didn't have to sing that sad song and mess me. Oh, I got all. Yeah, so anyway, this one makes me happy, okay? This Charlie and Chocolate Factory movie and Johnny Depp in this movie, I put this on when I'm depressed, when I'm having depression, I'm having anxiety, I'm all messed up or whatever, I'm having like a really, really bad day. I put on this movie and it makes me just smile. I smile. There's no cheer up Charlie, okay? Charlie finds a golden ticket. There ain't too much problem. They live in a cute little crooked house with a happy little family, and the family's all happy. All the grandparents be smiling. They're in bed too. They're all in bed together too. The foot to head thing. They didn't like go away from that whole concept. But everybody happy. Everybody in Charlie and Chocolate Factory be happy. And the original Willy Wonka, more realistic to life, okay? People be depressed and aggravated and upset, and they want this. The kid deserved the ticket. He deserved this. All the kids brats. Little idiots, little jerks, little brats. They deserve nothing, okay? They beat the system. They robbed the place. They listen, they had father open up tons and tons of candy bars. Listen, little jerks, okay? Charlie deserved that ticket. I knew he was going to get it because the whole movie was about him. I knew he was going to get it, so there was no need for that song. Cheer up, Charlie. Give me a smile. Why'd she have to sing that song? Anyway, number 3. A little emotional. All right, because I love me some Charlie I love me some Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, Gene Wilder. But that song is the song, and I fast forward it. And funny thing is the song's so long, is Charlie just moves really, really fast, and then just keep flashing back to that sad mother. And then she finally ends up ending by listen. If there wasn't any copyright claim here, I would show you the whole scene, and then you'd get me. You totally get me. But if you don't get me, go get your copy of the original Willy Wonka and watch it. This woman's so sad. At the end of the song, she just sits on that step, and you can see like the background, like of all the laundry that woman had to do in the background, and she's still singing, and this kid's just moping. He's just moping, and then she's singing, and he's moping. It's just so sad. Anyway, sorry about that. That's what happens when you're bipolar and you got OCD. Something going on with me that ain't good. Okay, I don't know, good or not good. I don't know. Listen, I got some issues. You know, I got some issues, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on with my issues. I take medication. Okay, I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. I'm doing what I can. I think it's more bipolar disorder. I believe. I believe. Anyway, number 2, Benny and June. Why, you ask? And have you seen Benny and June? Benny and June is about this girl, and she has special needs. Okay, she has special needs. She got some issues, kind of like myself, but not as well. Yeah, you know, I can relate to the June character. If you put me on a bus for a long period of time, I freak out. I cannot stay in enclosed areas. I freak out. I go to the movies, I freak out. I go to concerts, I freak out. I can't stay for a long time around a lot of people for a long time. Kind of mess me up. I can deal with it a little bit at a time, but I'm telling you, I tweak a little bit. So you got the June character, which is played by let me make sure I get the name right. I want to get the name right. Mary Stuart Masterson. I was gonna get it right from Mary Stuart Masterson from Some Kind of Wonderful. Yes, and she was from the one with Robert Downey Jr. Where they switch places. Oh, I'm gonna forget it. Why did I bring it up? Because I know I'm not gonna get it right. I'm not gonna. I want to say Only You. It's after a song. I'll put it up here because you just messed me up. So anyway, she ends up going with her brother to they're having a poker game, and she ends up winning this guy in a poker game. Okay, and there's nothing. Okay, now you think that there's something wrong with the guy, but what he is, he's a big Buster Keaton fan. Buster Keaton, if you don't know who Buster Keaton is, he's like an old classic movie actor, okay, from black and white times, from Laurel and Hardy, Charlie Chaplin, Buster Keaton. They're all about the same kind of people, okay. They're comedians, funny comedians, and he's like obsessed, but he can't read or write. So there's issues with the guy, but I think his whole life was due to neglect. But he's got a big heart, okay, and I think that's why I love this movie, because it seemed like the man was full of neglect. Nobody wants him. He's living with the uncle. The uncle don't want him. He ends up losing him. Well, string or something. Ends up losing him in the bet, and he's happy to lose him because he's around his house, and he's driving him crazy because he does these weird Buster Keaton-ish type stuff. But he ends up falling in love with the June character, who has something wrong with her. Now I don't know if they say the diagnosis of what is actually wrong with her in the movie, so I don't want to missay the diagnosis or whatever, and I don't want to insult nobody. I know how everything gonna be politically correct nowadays. Listen, I know I got issues, okay, and I know what's going on with me, so I can kind of say what's going on with me, but I don't want to say what's going on with this character, because if you haven't seen it, if you've seen this movie, you probably know what's going on with her. But yeah, she can't be like loud. She can't deal with loud noises. She can't deal with big settings. She gets overly stimulated. All kinds of issues. Now me being a teacher for a number of years, I can see signs of things, but we are not allowed to call them what they are. You know what I mean? You cannot diagnose nothing. So once again, I will not diagnose nothing on this movie. But he falls in love with this character. He falls in love with June. And June's brother is like very overprotective. He's very overprotective. He's taking care of her. He's been taking care of her all of his life, pretty much, since their parents passed away in a car accident, which is kind of confusing to me. That's why I wonder what her issue is because I'm pretty sure that she started going kind of I'm trying to think of the right wording for this, because I had a traumatic experience in my life, and that's when I started getting a lot of anxiety. So I don't know if she just suffers from intense anxiety, or maybe a little intensive anxiety with a little bit of autism. I don't know what's exactly going on with her, but mother and father were in a car accident, leaving her being taken care of by the brother. Brother absolutely adores her, and he's taking care of her, but he has no life of his own, because that's all he has to do is take care of his sister. And then all of a sudden she wins the Johnny Depp character, and she starts spending time with him, and he starts falling for her, and she starts falling for him, because they kind of see each other for more than what other people see. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to you guys? Like, people with issues and disabilities, it's like that. Sometimes you judge them right away. You see them from the outside, and you're like, yeah, that's and that's and then you look at them, you go, that's sad. Sometimes people say that's sad, but maybe it's not so sad. Maybe it's not. Some people with disabilities, they don't worry probably as much as I do, or you do, or other people do. They probably just go on through life, and they're pretty happy. I mean, I've known some people in my life that have had some disabilities, and they always smiling. But you look at me sometimes, I ain't smiling. I'm all upset over Cheer Up Charlie. Okay, I got my own kind of crazy little issues here, but this is just a great heartwarming movie, and the reason why I made this number 2 is because I've watched this out of all my movies from Johnny Depp. I've watched this one the most. I watched this with my kids. I watched this with my wife. I watched this when I was solo. Listen, I've been watching this movie for years. What year did this thing come out here? My eyes are gonna go cuckoo on me here. Is that 1983? Oh, 93. 93. It's either 83 or 93. My eyes be messed up today. It'd be going cuckoo. Yeah, that's yeah. I already started this whole thing with the problem. I'm having a problem with my eyes today. But yeah, it's either 93 or 83. I would want to say 93. I would want to say 93, because it can't be 80. No, this is 93. This has got to be 93. So 1993, which yeah, I've been watching it for a long time, and I tell you, I lost track how many times I've seen that movie. Now here it is, my friends. Can I put a drum roll in? Well, I'll put a sound effects in. Here's a sound effect. There it is. That's the sound effects. I don't know. We rolling coins. I don't know what sound effects I put in there, but I put a sound effects in. The number 1 movie, and the movie that I absolutely love Johnny Depp in. And I know you're gonna look at me and you're gonna say, buddy, you're nuts. You're absolutely nuts, man. You had all these great movies you just showed me. Edward Scissorhands over there. You got some up there. Where's From Hell? From Hell's over there. From Hell's over there. What else is over there? The Window there, and Ed Wood. Those are back there too. Yeah, I know you're looking at me like, listen, buddy. And I'm sure I missed a few. There's probably a few that I did not pull properly, like that Murder on the Orient Express or whatever it is. I know that there's probably a few that I did not pull. So you can comment below the ones I'm missing, because whatever I'm missing, I want to make sure that I own. If I don't own them, I got to get them on Blu-ray. I just pre-ordered What's Eating Gilbert Grape, and I just ordered Nick of Time on Blu-ray. So Nick of Time will be getting replaced. Will be getting upgraded from DVD to Blu-ray, because I think I'm going to have to make a Johnny Depp section. There's going to be a Johnny Depp section, unfortunately, and I'm going to have to stop pulling, like, because I think Alice in Wonderland should be in the Disney section. That's what I think. I think Pirates of the Caribbean should be in the action section, okay? And I think in some of his horror movies should be in the horror section. That's why they all spread all over the place. That's why it took me all this time this morning to gather these things. But number 1, are you ready? Here we go. Sweeney Todd. That's right. I said it. Sweeney Todd. And why? If you have never seen Sweeney Todd, does it say the whole name? Yes, it does. The Demon Barber of Fleet Street. Okay? I just thought that Johnny Depp was amazing as Sweeney Todd. Now, I've seen Sweeney Todd the play. Okay? I've seen Sweeney Todd, a different version, played by, I want to say it was played by David Hasselhoff or something like that. I got a DVD of another version of Sweeney Todd. It's a musical. Was it David Hasselhoff? Might have been David Hasselhoff and Angela Lansbury. I'm not sure, but I gotta tell you, this thing is this. Yeah, it is. It's a Tim Burton, so you know what you're dealing with Tim Burton. Tim Burton is just amazing, okay? And yes, I didn't put Corpse Bride in here, and that's the other one that was in the triple pack, because that's a voice thing there, okay? Corpse Bride, good, okay? But man, the acting in this movie, the songs in the movie through the acting, I absolutely love this movie. I will. This is one of those sometimes when I'm too. You know how I hate streaming, but sometimes I be lazy and I'm laying in bed and I'm like, this is always on one of those stream sites. Okay, so I know you can stream this right now on either Hulu or Netflix or Pluto or one of them things. That I know you can stream it because I've done it before. I'm like, listen, I'm not gonna put it in, but I want to watch it. And it's just he does such a great job as Sweeney Todd. The intensity in his acting is and it's got what's his face in it. Let me make sure I get his. I want to get his name right too. The man. My eyes are going. My eyes are messed up. Johnny Depp, Helen Bowen, Alan Rickman. Alan Rickman. Yes. Harry Potter. Alan Rickman. Alan Rickman. Yeah. Nakatomi Plaza. Die Hard. Alan Rickman. This, if you have never seen Sweeney Todd, number one, let me warn you, it's a musical. It's a musical. Okay, and you might think this is very odd that I'm picking the number one pick of my favorite Johnny Depp movie to be a musical, but he is just so cool in this movie. I mean, he just the makeup, the flowing, the singing, the acting, the way he kills people. Okay, it's priceless movie, and I have watched this so many times. What I'm hoping for is a better edition. Okay, now I don't believe this is available on 4K. If it's available on 4K, I must own it on 4K. Confused. Gotta check that out, because this is definitely one that I would upgrade to 4K. I would go to a 4K for this, even though I probably never watched the 4K, just because I'd be looking for something extra. I want something big. I want something bonus. Now, this thing has a whole pile of special features, and I've watched every single one, but I want more. Listen. I'm like that kid from Charlie and Chocolate Factory. I want more. You know, I want more, because I love it. I absolutely loved his version of Sweeney Todd. This be number one. And I'd be wrapping it up because this video probably went on way too long, and you're probably like, "Whoa, that was a long one. That was a long one." But hey, if you love yourself some Johnny Depp, we just reminisced some Johnny Depp times. Okay, you got to dive into my psyche for a little bit. Okay, and we shared a little moment there. But yeah, that was my top 10 Johnny Depp films, because Amber Heard did not take a dookie on his pillow. No, she didn't do that. She said it in the court. She didn't do it. But she said she didn't. Now, why would anybody in their right mind do something like that to a person? Okay, that's what triggered this whole thing today. My weird pink eye situation, and the fact that Amber Heard allegedly took a dump on Johnny Depp's pillow. That's what triggered this whole top 10 list for today. Please hit that subscribe button, and I will see you later.